Hey, what's up? What's going on out there? I was checking out this video with Jason Whitlock, and they were talking about the end of quote unquote black dominance in sports. And it was just like a weird conversation. And when you look at the people on the panel, I think the dude name is Steve Kim, the guy on the left, and to the right, the dude TJ. He used to play ball. I think he used to play wide receiver or something. When Whitlock was talking about this particular topic, you can kind of see them being like confused and uncomfortable because it was just like a really idiotic take. And full disclaimer, I follow Whitlock. I agree with some things he says, and some things is like I don't know. He just like likes reaching. I don't know. That's his thing. He kind of reminds me of like a Reggie Jackson. Like either he's going to be real hot or he's going to get real cold, like a hotter cold home run hitter or something like that. But he has some weird takes, and this is just one of the weirdest takes he's ever had. Basically, he's going to equate the end of quote unquote black dominance in sports to the to the to the household being the the decline of the household. But I'm going to play the video and I'm going to commentate throughout the video.
And we will have to, because what I'm about to say is very provocative and needs to be unpacked deeper than what I want to do today. But see, I think Black American dominance in sports is dying right before our eyes, and it will not be recovered. And it's the fall of the family.
That's why I was saying earlier about like their reaction. They were kind of looking like, "What are you talking about?" Like another thing you have to factor in too as well. Like a lot of these sports are becoming more global. Like he's saying the fall of black dominance is in sports, excuse me, because of Shatani's performance. Like only so-called black people that's playing baseball anyways and Spanish cats. So just because Shatani comes and he balling out of his mind, that doesn't, take away from those guys or even the so-called white guys that's playing baseball good as well too. So I don't know, like that's why my facial expression was kind of like theirs, like what the hell are you talking about? And then try to equate it to the fall of the household. That's what really is like throwing me off.
And sports are best played by young boys that were discipled by older men, their fathers. And no one wants to talk about it, but that black dominance of American sports, it's over. And right now everybody's in denial of it, but you just look around. Look at what's transpiring in the NBA. Look at the athletes that are moving into football, from Cooper DeJean to Christian McCaffrey.
Christian DeJean, he's a baller, and Christian McCaffrey too. He's a baller too. Naming two white guy, I don't know where he's going.
To the defensive ends in football, it's changing right before our eyes. This single, these you lose black athletes to death. You lose them to feminization and a gay lifestyle. You lose them to grades and just
The thing that's confusing about his whole talking point is that stuff has been going on for years, 90s, 80s. Like I don't know where he's getting at. Like it's one of the most idiotic takes I've ever heard somebody take. Like I don't know where he's getting at because of grades and another thing too, like not even, black kids. It's just a lot of stuff now that's available for kids, other avenues for them to get money, like to do other things and have other interests.
or academic performance, malnutrition, all these different things. It's just over for the black athlete in America, and most people are in total. They have no idea it's going on because we live in this fantasy world. Black people do, where they think you can remove the father and there are no consequences. That there's a check that can fix everything, and it's just not true.
That's why I said I was like, why is he always having these race rage conversations that don't make sense. And he's always talking about race betas, uh, talking about people on the left, and stuff like that. Like, and full disclaimer, I don't give a damn about any political party, conservative, liberals. I can care less. But he always talks about race baiting and people profiting off of race baiting. But he's one of the biggest race baiters out there.
No one has to respond to that.
Well, I do. I mean, just a general follow up, because black athletes have dominated sports for at least 20, 30 years, probably more longer than that, 40, 50 years. If black dominance is gone, that may just mean American dominance is gone. And then that's right. It's like you have these white guys doing well in each sport, and that's fine, but the other part of it, and it's like
hold for 1 second though, TJ. Hold for 1 second. I don't know, with all the money that's in sports, people are still going to pursue sports.
Genetics, Jason, though. Genetics.
That matters.
Genetics matter a lot.
Yes, it does.
And so if the black athletes have the best genetics, I'm telling you,
I don't know if they have the best genetics, TJ.
Oh, they absolutely do. They absolutely do. Here's why.
Yeah.
Look, we all know this, right? First of all, it comes from slavery and breeding, right?
That's the last point I wanted to make. That was one of the most ignorant. Well, I'm not surprised comments, because a lot of people think like that, especially a lot of these so-called white people, like, oh, it just comes from breeding, racial breeding. That's why they're just genetically superior. Not to say that didn't happen, but that's a fallacy. Like, that's how when he started talking, I was like, he doesn't understand anything about any type of real history. He's just going off what he heard in conventional history about, oh, these people are perform this way just because of slave breeding. Like, that's one of the most ignorant things I've ever heard somebody say, and it falls right in line with this whole panel conversation. It just doesn't make a lot of sense, and just dumb. But I just wanted to make this video just to point out that Whitlock is just a big hypocrite, honestly. Like, I say that figuratively and literally. He talks about race baiting all the time, but he's one of the biggest race baiters out there. I don't know, like, who's pulling those Godfather strings for him. I think the Blaze is owned by Glenn Beck. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he knows where his bread is buttered, like where he's getting paid. And like I said, some of his takes, don't even make any damn sense, like this one. But anyways, that's my 1-2 about it. Leave your commentary. Let me know what you think.